1823 in West Africa. According to the opening crawl John Boyga, the Mahi people and their opponents, the Woyo Empire, have joined forces to kidnap Dahomey farmers and sell them as slaves to the Europeans. With their weapons and horses, the Woyo have an edge. The general Naniska Viola Davis, Ledigoji, a squad of female Amazon warriors from the Dahomey, are responsible of guarding the kingdom. The Goji infiltrate a Mahi village, slaughtering the soldiers before coming across the captured villagers and freeing them. In the morning, the Goji mourn their dead and escort the captives back home. The warriors return home before Moroy arrive, where Gezo considers Naniska to be his most trusted soldier. Nawi Thusombedo, a young lady, is led to a guy who wants to marry her in spite of that he is older and violent. The man slaps Nawi when she doesn't reply to him, and she fights back by hitting the man so hard that he falls over. He is enraged and declines to propose to her. Her father transports Nawi to the Goji and presents her to the ruler, Izaki. A soldier for the Goji takes her in lash on a lynch. General Oba A. Jimmy Odakoya, leading Doyo soldiers, discovers his friends' bodies. They plot their next course of action against Dahomey when Oba Aid insults them for allowing one of their fellow warriors to be murdered by a woman. Gezo speaks to his advisors about the Woyo danger. The slave trade is another topic brought up by Naniska, who claims that their nation is in the dark because its residents are being sold into slavery. She suggests that they trade in gold or palm oil. Before he makes a choice, Gezo instructs Naniska to prove how much palm oil they can produce. The new Agoji recruits are addressed by Amenza, Naniska's right-hand lady Sheila Adam, who promises them that they would fight and even die for their crown. A number of the women go, but the majority, including Nawi, decide to stay. Nawi is then commanded by Izaki to take a bath, which she does before speaking with Naniska. Ladies start their teaching, before Naniska enables her to try on a wooden statue so she may decapitate it. Nawi is puzzled as to why they begin with ropes and feels that she should start with a bladed weapon. Naniska cuts off the head with one swing since the sword is too heavy for Nawi to handle. Izagi tells Nawi in a nighttime conversation how her mother allowed her abusers until she took legal action. Later on, the women continue their training by jogging, firing weapons, and picking up aggressive techniques. Nawi pulls a practical joke by activating a little explosive on one of the monuments, while Naniska reprimands her. She accepts responsibility for it. Afterwards, Izagi informs Nawi about how Naniska's exploits are legendary since she attained her positions. After being taken prisoner and left dead, Amenza pays a visit to Naniska in her hut, and then uses special nuts to tell her that she sees someone from Naniska's childhood returning for her. Outside, Naniska witnesses Nawi sharpening her sword skills against one of the statues. They arrive at the gates of the kingdom to fight Gezo. Naniska is shocked as Obaid approaches since Obaid regularly sexually assaulted her while she was a prisoner. They request 40 Agoji soldiers as memorial, but Gezo only agrees to 20. Amenza is told by Naniska that her insight was accurate. Captain Santo Ferreira Hero Fiena Stiffen and his buddy Malik Jordan Bolger, whose mother was from Dahomey, lead the Portuguese migrants as they make their way into Africa. Malik is terrified to see the kidnapped indigenous. When they make their journey, Naniska rips at the Agoji and Woyo in battle when the men arrive on the scene. Naniska brings the chopped heads of his troops to Obaid after announcing that they won't be paying honor as the two tribes start fighting. Nawi sees a chance to release the prisoners, which Naniska claims departs from their strategy Nawi. But Amenza informs her in private that she was the one who veered from the plan, since she was more focused on removing of Obaid, while discussing preparations for the Woyo to join forces with other tribes to attack Dahomey and kidnap more people to sell off. He afterwards walks to the water to have a bath. When Nawi discovers him in the nude, he informs her about his Dahomey origin, and disprove her charge that he is a slaver, before she withdraws to rejoin the others. He presents her a piece of jewelry. The Agoji trainees compete in a little tournament held by the kingdom, finishing a course that includes mounting a wall, dodging opponents, and ultimately beheading a statue. Gezo congratulates Nawi on her skills and expertise as she emerges as the winner. Naniska later detects something on Navi's arm while she is nursing to her wounds. Amenza follows her back to her room as Naniska questions her about a kid that she had long ago given up because she is starting to think Nawi may be that child. Herrera tells Gezo that without the slaves, his empire would be nothing and unprotected as he discusses his plans. Maybe to end Dahomey's involvement in the slave trade, the Europeans, Gezo responds, are also unprotected if they are no longer useful to him. Izagi noticed them conversing covertly. Later, when they meet in secret, Nawi offers Malik a symbol to protect him. She just takes one of his knives when he says that he has nothing to give her. Nawi runs into Naniska while getting ready for the shower, and she punishments her for leaving Malik behind during their argument. Naniska visits Nawi and shares the story of the baby she abandoned. Amenza assisted Naniska in hiding and outing the victim of rape. The child's left arm was sliced, and a shark tooth was introduced into it, according to Naniska, in order to remove the tooth and prove that Nawi is in fact her daughter, and hence also the daughter of Oba-Aid. Naniska makes a wound in Navi's arm. Nawi turns away in shock. The oil camp is monitored the next morning by Naniska and a few of her men. They fire their dynamite and send off many blasts, frightening their horses and leaving them exposed, attacked by the Goji. Many Oyo and Goji are killed in the following violent battle, and several of the ladies, including Izagi and Nawi, are imprisoned. When Nawi notices that a lady's ties have come untied as the wagon is moving away, she urged the woman to get off the wagon and run back to Dahomey. The young lady leaves towards Dahomey, and tells Naniska about the Oyo's intention to exact revenge on the Goji. Naniska is given a promotion by Gezo, who prevents her from taking further action. Izagi and Nawi start a battle, as the European slavers arrive to take the prisoners. But Izagi is shot dead and dies in Navi's arms as she cries for her sister. Nawi is imprisoned, but Malik visits her and explains to her how the prisoners are being moved to England, and how he wants to protect her. It is suggested that they will thereafter become close. The warriors are guided by Naniska into the camp of the Europeans for an assault. Before releasing the prisoners, they assault the guys and set fire to their camp. Ricardo turns against them and frees the prisoners. They pull him into the lake and beat him while holding his head underwater till he drowns. As Naniska suddenly faces up against Oba-Aid, Nawi assists her in combat. Guy tries to hit Naniska. She overpowers him and impales him, killing him in the process. After everyone gets home, Nawi breaks up with Malik. As the Goji come home with their prisoners, Gezo approaches Naniska. He thanks her for putting an end to the Oyo Empire and formally promotes her to the title of woman king. Despite the fact that she disrespected him, everyone applauds her. As Nawi travels to honor Izagi, Naniska goes with her. After then, she speaks to Nawi as her daughter. The two then proceed to dance in celebration with the others.